Last stream got cancelled somehow. My internet got stuck somewhere. So I'm doing it again. The Dow really killed me. Keeps going lower. Ate up all the profits on the day for me. Gonna give it some time to see if this is just a wick or a fake out before I totally get out of it. Nas, on the other hand, seems very promising.
Order filled.
I'm gonna go long Nas right at that pullback and see if we can continue going higher. Not, then that wasn't the best decision. Platform's playing up too, so give me a lot of confidence. Dow's definitely selling off. All right, Nas seems to be moving. Doesn't look too good.
Order filled.
Getting out of the Nas there. Could have been chickened out, but doesn't look too good to me. Looks like we might come back for a deeper pullback. Dow, on the other hand, looks pretty decent. Looks like we got up for nice support at this region. And it might just rally a tad bit higher. So I'll add to my Dow
Order
position
filled.
right there. See if I can get out some here and then the rest on the deeper retracement. Adding to a losing trade, but not really. I'm seeing the trade play out and I'm just adding to it. So let's see. And I have some profits on the day. So the leverage just kind of really blew up on that one. But I've watched my position sizing, but I think there's a nice support, a strong support that we can see a good retracement off of. And to be responsible, I'll just put some stops here. So I know if something happens, it's not going to kill the account. All right. Let's see what happens now. What I would like to see is a nicer, deeper retracement back to 565, 580 if it gets there. But at least 546 to lock in some profit. I'm just going to focus here and not the Nas. For the Nas, I think it was a good exit because I was feeling, okay, volume's drying off. Might see a deeper pullback, and we did. I don't want to get caught in that, especially when I have a Dow trade open. I'll trail my stop too because I don't want to lose too much on that one now if it goes south. And I'm in a full deeper position, so right, that's first TP for Dow. Nice chunk of retracement. By a tick, but I think momentum will continue. We go and hit it.
Order filled.
Nice. And I just want that second TP as well. I'll go stop in the money on that one. making it truly risk-free. There you go. Now let's see if we can keep continuing moving higher. I would like that 565 retracement. Even better, 580 retracement. So I'll just put it 568 and see if we can get there. Might just stop me out before going, but it could just continue. And it stopped me out, I think. Put stop a little bit below here. Doesn't wake me out. The stronger momentum, true reversal, will go get to this point. Hit that. Test this.
Stop filled.
Right, still in 4 contracts. Gave me a partial fill, that one. Might just stop me out completely, but I'm happy to not be out in this trade and just be out of 1 contract, 1 micro.
Stop filled.
Right, I'm out of... Am I totally out? Let's see. Looks like I'm still in. Let me just go refresh that because it's acting up. Okay. Performance for the day. Let's go see. Do some journaling, right? Not too bad. Still sitting at about 60%. Literally same stats before I started pre-market. A lot of trading. A lot of trades. And here's the equity for the day. Started off nicely. 50-50 and then right, one nice trade could get me to a $500, $400 day. Could happen anytime. I don't want to force it, but so far so good. Happy with today. Dow killed me here, you know, but then we got some retracement here. A lot of drawdown, more than what I would like to see, but that's up to me. I was trying to catch the momentum or catch the reversal, you know, time the low, and that got me. What I think is time for NAS to go for
Order
a nice
filled.
short. So I'm shorting NAS here. See if we can continue lower. I'll be getting out roughly there. But it's overall the trend is it's trending higher. So I'll be quick at closing the trade if it goes south. But quick 10, 20 points would be nice.
Order filled.
Closing it there. Could have closed it for more, but its overall trend is bull. I'm fading the counter move. Little scalps. All right. Dow still looks like it could just completely reverse, but I'm not too sure. The overall trend intraday is short, so it could keep going lower and find new low of day, and I don't want to get stuck into that. Let's go look at the 15-minute for the Dow. That's a huge opening range. All right. If I were to draw the opening range, it's pretty big. So I'm just going to go for a stab long. Take a chance on it. Probably the worst fill, but see if we can get a retracement up to, yeah. just for 5 micros. That was a good exit. Could have squeezed a little bit more, but we can keep going lower, but volatility is increased. We can just shoot up as well. And again, Dow, not very good with that price action. Did not continue the momentum. Just wicked. Keep coming lower. I want to see some strong action here. Otherwise, it was just very, like, a terrible fill. Reason for getting in long, because I thought, okay, now we are inside the opening range and we might see a, you know, it's not a breakout trade, it's a reversal trade, mean reversion. Looks like we're just going lower, trying to test the low of the opening range again. Don't want to get into that drawdown. Lost money on Dow today. Completely pooched. That's a lot of drawdown than I would like. Not proud of that trade. Not proud of the price action. I mean, trade was valid. But okay, we're going to see some nice continuation. But overall, the trend is low on the day. We are going lower. Shorting here would have made more sense. But I was trying to bet on the momentum continuing. And then we saw this big red kill candle. Again, there's a lot of support here. So we could get sucked back into the opening range and see some nice reversion. But we keep going lower. I'm not interested. And that's a huge drawdown for me. Let's see what Dow's going to bring today on the table. Nas, classic short setup here. Didn't see a lot of volume kick in, but we saw some good bulls coming in at this point, so I don't want to short it because it can just squeeze higher. Saw some nice support in this region. So let's just focus on the Dow. See if we can flip this to green or have to kill it. Now the volume's just off. Broke out, and this candle might just close outside, and that's not a great sign. What I want is this being a fake out and getting back sucked back into the opening range. Then it's looking healthy. Terrible though. More drawdown than I would like. Could have closed it quickly. The Nas looks like it's gonna go higher, but I doubt it. I feel like this is just a fake out move because of these big wicks. I just want to short it here, but I'll be patient. I'm already in the Dow. All right, now Nas looks very promising on the long side. That might push up the Dow. Dow's looking healthy because it closed in between the opening range, and now we can see a nice range play, at least go 50% of the sell move. That's where my order is, to catch it. If anything, I want to be a buyer now and add, but I won't add to a losing position just yet. Not part of the plan. As the volume's just dying off. Not a good sign. I don't want to jump the gun long or short, just want to see what happens here. Right, Dow's flipping green on the trade after a terrible amount of drawdown. All right, Nas is also looking very healthy and promising. We might go and touch 25020 at this pace. At least 2500s. Right, nice big bull candle on the Dow. I want this momentum to continue. Let's see if that happens. I'll tighten the stop as well, right below the opening range. Good long setup on the Dow. Seeing also that Nas is pushing higher. Dow might follow the Nas. Nas absolutely didn't follow the Dow. Nas is just pushing higher on the day. Might see all-time highs. Seeing at least the Dow come up to the VWAP. Also want to scratch the Dow trade because it's happy to be closing it close to break even, but give it a chance. Not looking too good. Volume's just off. That's not giving me much confidence getting another trade in the Nas. Right? That's where we're at the moment. Gold is just pushing higher. Doing its thing, doing gold things. Keeps going higher. Not a bad area to go long, but again, I'm not trusting the action there. Dow just completely pooched. See if we can get a retracement. Get this candle bought up. Not a fan of what's happening right now. What a day. That might just stop me out. and then move up. So that's my absolute stop on the Dow. Needs to close in between the opening range, or the trade's just not valid. I had a hunch of closing at break even, but I was just wanted that good, nice risk to reward after that much drawdown. But closing the trade would have been a smarter move. Unless we see a good buying action here, and not worth it being in it. The NAS. Mystery around this point. Are we going to come back, sell off, and this was just a short squeeze, or are we just going to actually go see 2500s? We don't know. I want to short it there, get my 10 points. But I'm waiting on the Dow. Make a decision. 15 minutes to trading window. Hour. So I've been trading. Just don't appreciate Dow's price action. Usually it's a quick, there's consolidation here. Maybe that's just how it likes to work. See. Maybe there's some strong support we can just really go off of, but I'm not too hopeful with it. As on the other hand, candle close in 3 seconds. Not a strong close.
Order filled.
Shorting it here, taking a risk. It's all risk, so. One is to one trade. Betting on the NAS to come and have a deeper pullback. Not liking this because I'm engaged in the Dow. See if we can push up this time. There's hope. Excuse me. NAS looking weak. Okay.
Stop filled.
That's kind of playing out. Let's see if we can get the limit, or I have to close it manually here. Maybe that's a deeper pullback. See if we can get the limit. Being patient with it. That's it.
Order
Closing it
filled.
there, about 10 points less. And back to about 200 bucks on the day. That really got me. Dow really got me today. Terrible entries, and thought it might just keep going higher and we might see a retracement, but nah, never did. Still feel like it'll be a nice buy here, but lost too much money on it, so I might just not touch it. You know, could have held the NAS a little bit longer for that fill. Squeeze maybe 15, 20 bucks more out of it, but happy with that. The trend on the day is long. I really want to buy the Dow here. But I know if I short it, it'll come up. So maybe one last try. Oh, the Dow. Now's just peach day. Early exit. Hesitant. Very hesitant. All right. Lesson learned.
Order filled.
Going long. Dow. See if it works out this time. Probably the last try in the Dow. Just seeing that there's a lot of consolidation and we might just push up now this time. A lot of double bottoms here as well. So if it works out, it'll be a great trade. Otherwise, close the day. How much did I lose on the Dow today? Yeah, about $160 on the Dow. Like it might just work this time, but we don't know. The Nas definitely found some support. I was going to buy it there, but it seemed like a no man's land. Looks like there's definitely some sort of support in this region here. And there's definitely some sort of in this spot there that we need to clear. Focusing on the Dow. Dow looking promising now. We don't know. It's going to just turn to pooch. Definitely found some support there. If we break that level, I'm looking at same target, 600s. But I'm willing to add if it works out. Need to see some stronger action than that. At least go break 650. A nice big wick being bought up on the NAS. Market's bullish at the moment. Very bullish. Should I add or just let this run? That's the dilemma. This move will decide here if we see strong volume kick in right at this point. Might just add to it. But this is the deciding factor. Needs to break this with a lot of volume. Last time we found some resistance there and it just peached down. So there's definitely some resistance here that needs to break with a lot of strong volume. Definitely resistance there. As looking very strong, trying to come and break that point there. We don't know if we're going to break or just pooch down just yet. Looks very promising though. I'm going to focus on the Dow. Or should I just take profit here? Call it a day on the Dow, knowing that I might just lose $100 on it. It's fine. Couple of scenarios with the Dow. Pooch down and I'm not really don't like it consolidating. I want this to just break free quickly with a lot of volume like it did here. So wasn't quick enough to close this trade as well. And it rejected there perfectly. I give it another chance, see if we can just move higher. A little bit more patient in the profits. Nas is looking solid. Like it's going to break out. Did I risk some here? Or just short it here? I just wait. How we doing on the day? Oh yeah. Excuse me. Looks like we might punch through this little resistance. This was a good point to add. But looking at this huge ATR, big swings up and down, I'm not really, inspired by a lot of confidence going or adding to this position. I'd rather just wait for it to play out or just see how the volume acts around this point. Currently, the volume is just drying off. See? Not a great sign. What's happening on the 1 minute? 1 minute's just consolidating. There's definitely a wedge here that if it breaks, it'll break with a lot of volume. I'm looking for that volume. Currently, I'm not seeing that volume. Same story for the NAS. The wedge here. I want this to break with a lot of volume. Right now, it's just finding that range. Draw a straight line here. Not what I'm looking for. Yep, Dow's dwindling down again. Where are the buyers? Not a great sign. Except the loss here, I guess. Hindsight is always 2020. I'll be like, why don't I wait? Why don't I was at a great long here? Because I've lost too much on this trade just in that consolidation region. I don't want to lose again when it comes down and puts me in drawdown. I also don't want to give up on the profits or when it breaks out of the range and wants to just keep going higher. So maybe responsible thing to do, add a stop loss. And it's getting hit anyway. Wick me out and then go. The range is too high. I'll give it another chance. Grabbing liquidity. Or maybe I'm getting decision fatigue because I could have closed it in profit and I'm now hoping for it to at least go 4,600. Definitely a strong consolidation point at this year, so there's definitely some support. But it could easily go lower as well, finding new low of day. This is the point. A lot of decision making is going to happen. I wanted to come test this region here and then break out. I'm very, very glad I did not add to this position. I would have closed it early. Being in a full position, I wouldn't have waited for this long, and my average would have been somewhere around here. All right, looks like we're trying to make the move. Good buy. Good average, or good entry. Right at that consolidation region. Low of the consolidation. Needs to leave this region and go up. Already too many trades for the day. Hoping this would work out. I'll just leave my stop right here. Big drawdown. But alright. Wait. Everything is just choppy. Nas is choppy. He's stuck in that region, wants to break out, but sometimes the great sign for the longs that if it's goes for a long move and the price just compresses at the highs, that means it's not coming down. Sellers kind of push it down, and all the longs that bought up here in this region or they're swinging it, they're holding, and their trailing stop would be right below the opening range, and it never got hit. They might trail it, you know, somewhere around here. Still hasn't got hit. So it gives them more confidence to keep buying, keep adding to the positions, and all the longs that didn't buy anywhere below here because of the overnight or weekends, they're buying up here, thinking, okay, market's been rallying up. So it's not a bad sign if there's consolidation right at the highs after a big move up. Dow is trying to prove itself one more time. Let's see what it's got to bring now. Not liking that action. 'Cause but at least it's following a pattern. I can see a clear wedge. It's now going to test the upper trend line of the wedge. Let's see if it can push higher. Then I might add to it. Here's the trend line. And here's the bottom trend line. Kind of wicking perfectly on it. If it breaks out of this wedge, then we might see acceleration. And that's what I like to see. Volume going higher. That's that. Or we might see some more compression here before the big move. We don't know. But I think this is it. Just feeling. Tried it once, tried it twice, tried it thrice probably. Fourth time lucky, maybe. Again, wouldn't be a bad idea closing it here. But I want to see it play out. And maybe to be more responsible, I'll just leave the stop in the money. A little bit higher to cover cost. There you go. Now we have truly a risk-free trade. So I still have a feeling it's just going to stop me out and then move higher. Just trying to do it. Up, down, up, down, up, down. It's going to compress a little bit more and then maybe go lower or higher. We don't know. Might definitely stop me out there. That's a good average too. Let's see. Markets just slowed down on all fronts. A lot of compression. A lot of decision making that needs to be done now. And I'm almost past my first hour of trading. Something choppy, but we secured some points. There were some losses. There were some profits. Green on the day. If I close this day, that's a pretty healthy day, but I want to give this a chance to break out and see if we can make this an even better day than what it is today. Started this session, New York session, with about $220 of profit, and the session's been pretty shaky, mostly because could say I trade frequency number one, number two, trying to chase the low of the Dow, not cooling off in the Dow, and not closing that second ad in the Dow. That ad was break even. That's not. And now giving it some chance. I could have closed it here at $100 profit, but then it came down to my entry, and now it's trying to do this thing, and I want to give it some chance. Kind of selling off right at that trend line. Chance to break free. That's it. The Nas looks like a lot of chop, and then it's just stuck in that little range there. Easy to play those ranges, but we don't know if it's going to just keep pushing higher or lower. Waiting for that break. Same story with the Dow. Sold off, pressing, might see a big push up. Waiting for that volume, and it needs to break the 650 region. Need to be interested, probably adding to it or something. A lot of compression, a lot of consolidation. All right, trying to do it again. That's the volume that I was looking for. Still needs to clear 5650. Like it's gonna do it now. Definitely broke out of the wedge. Adding
Order
here.
filled.
If I can get some fills. First fill is just right at that first rejection. At least I can secure some profits. There is some rejection here. I'm not liking it. Needs a lot of volume to just push through once. I don't want decisiveness or fake outs. This candle needs to just push up. Done a lot of consolidation already. That's the volume move. Then this is it. This needs to do it. Push up, hit my limit, and keep pushing higher to the VWAP. That's a reasonable limit as well, especially after the ad. I'm in full position, so I'm not looking to stay in this trade longer. If it doesn't play out. Yep, stuck in that consolidation region. I need some big, strong volume to push it through. Nice close. Get much rejection there, so this needs to do it. Let's see. That's the move.
Order filled.
That's the first TP. The second TP, I've got stop break even. Let's see if we can reach that VWAP. Pretty quick sweep. Might have to be a bit patient for it. Great exit. Great exit if it just wants to stop me out, break even here.
Stop filled.
I got stopped out. I could have squeezed some more profits here, but that's that. All right, here's the trading for the day. Pretty steady equity curve. Yes, had some losses. Yes, I was in a drawdown, but it wasn't significant, just about $70 on the day. And then it was just a climb. There was a time I was at 216, but had a couple bad losses because had a loss streak. Excuse me. On the Dow. And kept going in and out. Though the profits are pretty healthy, 535, the commissions are getting me because it's a lot of in and outs strategy. $200 of commissions. My goodness. That's a lot. Pretty happy with the trading today. Losses are kept small. Winners are big. A lot of break evens, ads, the whole ball, the whole shebang. Largest winner $200. Largest loser is $125. So that asymmetry is pretty good. Average winner $60. Average loser about 53. This could be much better. But looking at market conditions, I mean, largest, longest winning trade time is about 20 minutes or 7-minute average, and losing is about 6 minute, 14 minutes. So I'm getting out of losers quickly and I'm letting the winners run, and that's a great sign as well. So this just stopped me out, break even, and it just moves higher right to TP. This could have been an additional $100. And that's just the markets. What do you do? Nothing much you can do. So that trade logic was perfect. It just, I was too quick at moving this stop break even. From here to there would have been a nice $100 trade. Right below VWAP, that was the profit target. Right below that wick. Maybe I would have been missed by a tick, but looks like it keeps going higher. Momentum's looking strong-ish. I'm not sure if NAS is a long. It's a bit confusing at the moment. Wouldn't mind taking a starter position, see if we can go higher. It's definitely stuck in a wedge, and the wedge is on the high side, so might just, it's either way, might come down, might go higher. So volume just gonna kick in quickly and move the price. But the Dow worked out perfectly. Looking at the Dow, didn't lose much on it. All I lost a lot was commissions. Overall, a healthy day. Trading almost 3 asset classes. So, just not a fan of me getting stopped out here and, you know, all that sort of good stuff. So, take one more trade. See if we can be patient for it and get the trade or the day up to 500. But I'm not willing to lose more than $100 or $440. I have to be very picky. It could be the Dow or it pushing higher. You know, not much resistance there till 620. Could be coming back, retracing, move higher, but don't know yet. Maybe just with 4 contracts. Nas is definitely stuck. All right, now it looks like it's making the move.
Order filled.
I'm going long NAS here. Looks like it's trying to make the move. I have a feeling. Volume's trying to pick up. Go either way. Pooch down as well, but that's why we have a stop. I feel like it's going to break out. That'll be a good trade. Feeling. Looks like it broke out of that wedge, but it's very choppy. Maybe I top ticked it for the next sell move. Who knows? Find out. I'm willing to lose too much on this trade, so that's that. I would have played out too, but I'm not too sure about this trade. I'm just looking at the NAS. If it wants to break out, please get out of this region. That would be pretty cool. and it'll be a true trend day. Tried a deeper pullback. Prices held up. Now we're trying to at least go retest the high of the day and keep pushing higher. Next stop could be 2500s. Roughly there. Like level a little bit lower than 2520, which was an initial big selling point here. Lots of sellers in that consolidation region for that all-time highs. So let's see. Volume picks up. Dow. So I was salty about that exit. It pushing me out and then going higher. But I'm equally glad I didn't get in again. So it can go higher, but the price, this is huge. ATR, the risk. Maybe I can risk down, but that seems like it's holding up nicely for now. If it wants to move up, let's see if it wants to go up. Want some strong volume come in. That's some volume there. Like trying to make the move like last time. Needs to break the wedge. Getting rejection there. Good sign. I might get stopped out. But hard rejection there. Very choppy action. Up. Could have protected my green day. But I was adamant I might just make 450 or 500 if one trade works. That's how it is. Risking some profits on the day. If I can maximize it. Still happen. Not very choppy and volume kicks back in. Like so. It engulfs this whole move and wants to keep pushing higher, then we're looking good on the day. If it's choppy like this, not too good. All the trades on the NAS have been pretty small scalps. Good add there. And this is a good trade if it wants to break out. A little early entry, but this chop, never know. A volume kicks in, this will be a good entry. Will be early before it breaks out. And I gave it a lot of room to play out. Up, down, and compress before I got in. I really thought this candle was going to do it. It didn't. And I can still get stopped out. It looks like prices are holding up nicely and we could just move up. It could equally stop me out and then move up. Just grab liquidity. So, I don't know yet. Alright, that's the stop coming. It.
Stop filled.
You're getting stopped out. Now I'm going to try to switch the narrative on the NAS.
Order filled.
See if we can, if it's not going up, get some deeper retracement below. Get about 10, 20 points out of it. Everyone will cover their longs because it's not going up. We all thought it was going to go up. It's not. It's going down. So all the buyers are going to be sellers. All the stop loss orders, trailing stops are going to get hit. I'm just there to catch them. Come on, you can do this. Couple of red candles. We'll get there. There you go. That's the stop loss run there. I wish it hit my limit. There you go. Happy to close
Order
it there.
filled.
Back to 350. No matter what I do, we lost some there, about 84. We gain about 105. The reason is I'm losing a lot in commission. So still, I think this is the high of day for me. Yep, it is. I'll go ahead and close my day here. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope to see everyone tomorrow. This keeps going lower. Maybe it was an early exit. Just wanted to secure my profits. This easy could have been a $350 day or $450 day, but again, happy with what I did today. Did want a quick reversal. The zones are still working. That's working fine. I thought it was going to push higher, but it didn't. Even now, it looks like a nice short. So I wouldn't mind shorting it there, but seems like a strong bull buying point here. So let me see if I can
Order
get
filled.
buy and get those 10, 20 points. Very risky though. Losing more than I might be making, so I'm gonna scratch
Order
that
filled.
trade. That was just to cover some commission. It's not looking too good here, not feeling too good at the moment, so I'm gonna close the day. Thanks everyone for watching and hope to see everyone tomorrow on this funded account. Bye.